So we have a pawn in game with 2 pawns each. White has a pass pawn. Black doesn't have a pass pawn yet. White's winning. How many of you have decided? Okay, let's. Vihan hasn't decided. You decided 2 seconds earlier. Okay, let's start with Ashvik.
It's a king to b6.
Okay, Ahik.
What?
What will you play? What's your answer? King d5. Ahan.
So same as Ahik.
King d5. So Ashvik is saying king to b6. So which is correct? Going towards our pass pawn or going towards opponent's pawns? Vihan, what do you think? Who was right?
Going, Ashwin goes. We should go there.
Where?
Because if,
Here.
to the opponent's pawns.
Huh.
Because so if we play to d5, then
Black will play a5 and then b4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we do pawn push, the king will just come
Block.
to e7.
Yeah. So we can't promote this pawn just like that. Just because we come here, we can't promote it. It'll take. You need other things to promote. So the correct way here is what Ashvik told. You have to go and take his pawns. This pawn is not important. If you take these two, you will get both live.
You can take the a3 pawn also to take.
Yeah. So once you take these 2 pawns, black will still be here somewhere, and you will promote.
Sir, I also
Right.
thought when you play there, then you can promote easily because
Yeah. So if you play king d5, then you're not winning. It's just a draw because black will play a5. And whatever you do, next move is b4. Take, and you will have to come back and take this pawn, and he will take your pawn. So going to d5 won't help. King was there was a king.
one was in
Yeah, this was the position. So you just play king b6. Anybody knows the name of this technique?
The fox.
Yeah, fox in the chicken coop. You have to go towards the chickens.
fox and chin.
Chicken coop. Coop is where the chickens live. So fox in the chicken. You have to go into the coop where there's a lot of chickens. You just go there, pick everything up, and this pawn doesn't matter. Let him take it. This is just a distraction for him. He'll take 2 moves to come there. He comes, you take. He comes, you take. And now when he plays this, what do?
We just have to
We just have pawn push.
Push the pawn, yeah? Any other move, anyone? No. We push the pawn, right?
Wasn't it some called opposition like when the king comes?
For that, black has to come here. See, everything is not related to opposition. This is just a position where your pawn is running up. If king comes here, then you can't win. That is different. Right now, do we push the pawn? That's the question.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody saying no? Ashwik say, why not, Ashwik? What's the problem?
Sir, because then the king can move to d7.
Okay, then we again
No,
push.
not d7, sir, c7.
Huh. Is that a problem? King
Yes,
coming here?
Yes.
It is a problem. So pushing the pawn is a blunder. White's no longer winning.
Sir, I got
One
it, sir. We have to play
second.
king to-
Now I already told. Now what do you have to get? Now is the time to listen and not disturb others. The time to decide was before. There you decided to push the pawn. So that means you made a mistake. So try to understand why it is a mistake. So pawn push is a mistake because king will come to c7 and he will stop your pawn. Now you're too late because you can only come here and then he'll come here and he stops the pawn. It's a corner pawn. So you need the king to stop black king from coming there. Which means instead of pushing the pawn, we play king to b6. If he plays king d7, what do we do?
So then I get.
Let's ask Ahik.
I think
Yeah.
b7.
King b7 says Ahik. Rayanj.
So pawn push.
Pawn push. Pranit.
So king b7.
Ahan. What will you play?
So king b7.
King b7. Vihan.
King b7.
Ashvik.
Pawn push.
Okay. So some of you are saying pawn push. Pawn push is again a blunder.
Yes, sir. Because
King to c8. Now you can't win.
Sir, now how does he?
What will you do now?
So how does he get to the pawn?
By coming here, how else? I am coming here to come here. No? So what will you do? You play king a7. Then I will play king c7. You're not getting out of there. I don't have to stop your pawn. You're stopping your pawn. So your king is stopping your pawn and you are in jail. You can't get out. You come here, I come here. You go there, you go there. You push, I come there. You
So
want
if
to
he goes up, then we
get
go.
out of jail? Fine, I'll come there. So still it's not time to push the pawn. Even in this position, when the pawn was here, you have to play king b7. Don't let that king anywhere close on these 6 squares.
But sir,
No.
then
He can come around. Pawn will also run, no? Can the king run just like that? He will take 1, 2, 3. Pawn 1, 2, 3. Pawn is here. How is it a problem? He comes here, he push. He comes here, he push. By the time he comes, the pawn is already there. So there's no problem. Let's go to the next position. So that's what we call fox in the chicken coop.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next
I
one.
think the chicken poop, sir.
No,
So what is it? So,
that's
And
where
the
you
chicken-
land up when you play.
Sir, fox and the chicken's poop.
What is spook?
so I heard you say that, sir.
No, he said spook.
Actually, it doesn't say that.
That's what today's class is based on puzzles.
We are looking at endgames. Yeah. Pawn endgames and rook endgames. Today our IU has come very silently, patiently, quietly. No
I was
FBI.
thinking
Oh,
about
that's
it.
silent. So, the peaceful eye.
The hypertension line. So you have so many books.
What happened?
First time I ever seen so many books here.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm more than
at
a
least
player.
somebody noticed. Good.
I've more than 1 million books.
Even I have my own library.
Very nice people here. How can a library in my flat?
There's
Sir.
a library right
Sir,
there was a library
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
There was a
One second, silence, guys. Ahik, please sit down. Yes,
So where exactly did your books go?
Where did
Your books go
my books?
up and there.
What do you mean? Where did my books go?
behind
Yeah, you
you.
have so many Harry Potter books.
Yeah. Okay.
1, 2, 3,
So I have a question.
Yes.
7.
So suppose you're playing a game,
Huh.
you make one position,
Huh.
and then you play 20 moves and the same position comes again.
Huh.
You play another 20 moves and the same position comes
Hmm.
again.
It's a draw. If the same position repeats 3 times, it's a draw. That's it.
But so what about like perpetual check? Like you keep
That's
on
3 times right. If it's 3 times, draw. Simple as that.
No, so you keep on checking. Let's say your opponent king's there. You check him, he moves. You check him again. Check, 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 check.
Huh,
check.
so when the same position happens 3 times, it's a draw. So when
No,
this,
so you give 64 checks.
how will you give 64 different checks? How is it possible on an 8-row chessboard to give 64 different checks in the same thing?
Sorry, 62.
If the same position repeats 3 times, it's a draw.
So no, you give like a lot of checks again.
Doesn't matter, there is no draw like that. If the same position repeats 3 times, it's a draw. As simple as that. Yes, are you?
Sir, do you know when you're holding the SKV chess tournament?
And next month, probably not. So after 2 months, we'll have an SKB tournament.
So what my
Offline and online.
exams are-
Okay, let's focus here. This is white to play and win. Now let's be quiet. You have 1 minute to think and then we will discuss. Yes, all questions are white to play.
So
There is no need to talk. This is the time to think. Okay, how many of you have decided? Let's start with Ved.
Sir, king to c5.
Okay, let's ask Ayun.
King e4.
Okay, let's ask Viha.
king e4.
Okay,
So
Rayansh,
king
what?
e4.
Okay, Ahan, Ahik,
c1.
Ashvik.
King e4.
Okay, and Praneeth? Not yet decided. So 4 people are saying King E4, yeah? And
So I
2
was
people are saying King.
thinking, but I want to pick a4. I actually decided.
Then why did you tell me the move? Let's see what Praneeth decides.
So king e4.
King E4, okay. Yeah, King E4. C5. So some of you are saying King C5, most people are saying King E4. Yeah? So after you play King E4, what if he plays F5? Where is the plan to win? What do you do after that? Yes, those who said King E4. King E4, F5. What next?
King to d4.
King D6. Wherever you go, I follow. So again, those who said King C5 have understood the last concept properly. Fox in the chicken coop, go to the coop. This is where the coop is. Go for the
Then
chicken.
I
Sir,
say
he
c5.
short pawn, sir.
What our pawns? He'll take our pawn, but he'll take more time to take it, na? He'll need 3 moves. You need 1, 2, 3. You'll be the one taking first. He'll need more time to take and then push. You'll be taking 2 pawns. So let's calculate. See the distance. You're doing it first. So you're half a tempo ahead. So calculation. You have to calculate that. Na? King c5, king moves. King b6, king moves. Take, 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 take. And then push. So king c5, king moves. Both foxes are going for their chickens, respective chickens. King takes, king takes, king takes. And now he will also take.
So it's better to
He
take.
better take the other pawn.
Yeah.
No difference really. Even if he takes the other pawn, he'll need to make one more move to move the king. And then only the pawn can move, right? Which means you're fast. Pawn push. If he moves the king, let's say, you push again. Difference is,
Then so
Pretty
you push.
large.
he push, he push.
3 versus
Wait.
4 pawn race.
Wait, 1 second. How did this happen? Let's go back. Pawn was here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, king took.
So can I go to the
Yes, definitely. This pawn was here, yeah?
Yeah, he took it. He took it.
From here he took it. He took this pawn and it was white's turn. Let's
I
see.
don't disturb anybody.
And talking is what disturbs people. So you just have to be quiet whenever you can. So we push. He moves the king. We push. He pushes. Yeah, I see the difference now. We push. He moves the king. We push. What Ashvik is saying is it's the same distance. Is it the same distance? He pushes. Why not? Who cannot count properly?
Oh,
3 steps, 3 steps. Same distance, so it's a draw, isn't it? But white's still winning.
Because he can take it.
Yeah, no, this checking first doesn't give you any advantage.
sir, it is
If you are
that
1
or
second,
D8.
Vihan, you have to learn to not interrupt when I'm speaking. So,
Sir,
I am not going to ask Ved, Vihan, or Rayansh. So, Ashvik, giving a check first doesn't mean it's winning for you because you'll have a queen, I'll have a queen. Then it's just a equal position. Now, let's ask Praneeth. Why is it winning for white still?
Sir, because white will first promote the queen.
And then if black promotes?
If black will take the queen.
Exactly. That's why it's winning for white. We promote here and we're controlling this square. So even though both sides promote at the same time, here it is winning for white. Let's go to the next position.
sir, he splashed water on me.
No, he didn't.
Yes, you did.
Yes, he was like cutting like.
And you don't need to fall the jumping around and all. You can just walk normally, like normal people.
So if I walk normally, it might have blocked the board for
It doesn't matter. So no need to be dramatic unnecessarily. Just behave like a normal human being. When it is required, do all that. It's not required here. You can walk like a normal person.
Like, if they miss the board, then say,
What will happen if they miss it for 1 second? You're standing here for whole time, is it? No, no. So no need to do all the drama. It's not required. It is white to play and win. You have 1 minute to decide what to do next. How many of you have decided? Okay, 5 people. Let's start with Ahan.
so, pawn
Yes.
e7.
Okay, Rayansh,
So pawn is in.
Ashvik,
Pawn is in.
Ahik.
Rook d8.
Okay. And Vihan,
Rook d8.
Ved, not decided.
Pawn e7.
Okay. Ayun decided. Praneeth decided. Okay. 2 people not decided. Most people are saying pawn e7. What's your plan after rook check?
That's right.
What? That's what.
It's like the
So it's bad for this is bad, is it?
It's first point for me for not playing.
So you have
I have to think. Sir.
okay. So then you should decide firstly whether it is bad or good. Ashvik, what happens after pawn push rook check?
So pawn to rook check then block with the rook.
Exactly. So that's good. So you have to calculate pawn e7 first because the pawn is about to promote. Black has only one move to stop it. If he goes here, what will happen?
So rook check again.
Rook check and you promote. So he has to come here and give a check, but even that doesn't work because rook blocks and white wins. Instead of this, if you play rook check, wait.
So same.
So then the king will escape.
So it's black's move.
No, 1 second. Rook was here, right? The pawn was here. Yeah. Instead of pushing the pawn, if you play this check, the king moves out. That only helps him.
King will escape.
So
And-
then rook
yeah,
to
king will
rook to d7.
and then king moves.
And sir.
You're simply helping the king up. That doesn't work. Now if you push the pawn, right? Yeah. Now if you push the pawn, what's the difference?
There is no rook.
Yeah. So you give black will give a check and pick up your pawn. So the rook shouldn't go there with the check first. First you push the pawn and then you play the rook up and then you win. Okay, let's go to the next position. So first two positions were fox in the chicken coop. Pawn and game, fox in chicken coop. Here it's just about helping the pawn forward. Next one is also similar,
So white
so that you can understand the same idea.
What's what in the game? They not tell this is the chicken.
Yeah, nobody in the game also nobody is going to tell you have a winning move. The whole point is to understand when there's a winning move, at least then you find it. Okay, white to play and win. You have 1 minute to decide. Vihan will not get a chance. You only Vihan, not any other Vihan. This Vihan only. I've told a million times he was going to raise hand. People are looking at the position. So all you have to do is use your time. If you don't want to use it, let others use it. Don't do anything. Don't disturb others. How many of you have decided? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start with Ahik.
King b2.
King to b2. Ranch.
So pawn.
Pawn to h6. Nihan.
Pawn to h6.
Ahan.
Pawn to h6.
Okay. So black is up a pawn, isn't it? So if you wait here, he'll just continue pushing. He'll just bring his king up here to stop that pawn. That's one thing he will do. Or he can just continue pushing either of the pawns. So you have to do something with your pass pawn. That's the only way you're going to win this. But our rook is in front of the pawn. It would have been great if the rook was behind the pawn. Rooks love to be behind pass pawns. I mean, we want our rooks to be behind pass pawn. This is not ideal. Because the more it goes forward, the rook will be stuck. And if the king comes closer, we won't be able to do anything. But we have to calculate h6. What happens next?
So
What if the king comes here?
So then rook to h7.
no, so after that,
Sir, no,
rook to g8.
you can go to g8.
Once you tell a move we have, it's done. So you need to answer one time.
So which move, sir?
So pawn to what did we play? We played pawn
No,
h6.
pawn was there.
Yeah, we play pawn h6. He moves the king. What do you do then? Ahan.
So rook g8.
Rayansh?
So that rook is just preventing that rook on d4 to come on h4 and take the pawn.
So after pawn h6, king e7, what do you do?
So that
Okay, so we of course push the pawn.
Yeah.
Let's say he brings his king closer. What next?
Rook. So I think you should check.
You should check on.
H7.
You're simply blocking your own pawn. Wait.
then push.
Yeah, please don't make noise. So Ahan was saying rook g8. Is that good?
Yes.
No, because rook h4. Now your rook is not behind the pawn, opponent's rook is behind your pawn. That's bad news for you because you can't push. You can give a check and then push till here, but still you can't promote. King will come up. So rook g8 is not yet the time to do it. You got to push the pawn. Now you're threatening to move the rook and promote. So black has only one move to stop you. King f7 is a blunder because
Then you will
Any rook
sacrifice
move?
the rook.
Why sacrifice? Just move the rook anywhere.
What is the best place?
Sacrifice is when it's required. Here you just have to simply move the rook and promote. So black has to play. Praneeth, what is the only move for black?
Sir, rook to h4.
Yeah. Now comes a very important moment. Can anybody find out the winning move for white?
Sir,
Yes, Ashvik.
sir, rook to a8.
Rook to a8. I take your pawn.
So then score.
Skewer by playing.
Rook to a7.
Excellent. Well done. So we want to move the rook with a check. That's the ideal. Like if the king was here, we move the rook with check and we promote, we win. Simple. But king is on the 7th rank. So you can't give a check. If you give a check, king will take it. And your pawn is still stopped by the rook. So that's why we need a different idea. And the idea is just go this way.
So we can even go to b.
You can go to b8. Don't go to c8, then king d7. So anyway, rook a8. He takes the pawn. Because if he doesn't take, we promote anyway. And now skewer.
Done.
So that would have happened even if king was on c7. We will play same thing, rook a8 and you win.
Sir, what? No.
Why not? King b7 you promote. You're still winning. Even the pre. Rook to a8, mister, why not? Rook to a8, if king moves you promote the pawn. If rook takes you do the same skewer.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, what if they take?
They take what?
See, you move to a8
Yes.
and it's
Ins.
okay.
Okay, all right, fine. So he abandoned the game before even it started. Okay. So now, okay, now God, it's okay, it's fine. As long as you understood it's bad, don't need to say it. Okay, now imagine you are in this position as black. It's black's turn. What will you do?
So,
If you have very good answer, yes, Rayansh.
Sir, king to b7.
Exactly, well done. Just king b7. And he can't do anything. White can't do anything. He can't move the rook because his pawn is gone. So if you come to b7 or a7,
But sir, the rook was on d7 in that position.
I'm talking about if. There is a word if before all of this. If king was here, there's nothing to do. It's lost. If white plays rook 8, it's gone. If king is here, you can play king b7 and you're fine. So imagine if king is over here and the pawn is just pushed forward. What will we do here for black? Praneeth. What will you do for black?
Okay.
I'm asking Praneeth, let him answer first.
But sir, king to b7 is also not.
I'm asking Praneeth. There is no need to say anything at all.
Sir, king to b6.
King to b6 is a blunder because behind what will white do?
White will play rook to a.
Ah,
Sir, rook to
behind.
b8.
Yeah, you simply walked into the check. Black would love it for you to move to 6th rank. Then he gives a check and he promotes, no? So you have to calculate opponent's move before you play a move. You are seeing only one side of things. Like he can't move because you will take. But you have to think of everything. Let's ask Ahik, if you are black, what will you do here?
e7.
A7. Vihan?
Pawn push.
Yeah, you have better things to do. King A7 is also fine. Just any king move here is fine. Or you start pushing your pawns. If you start pushing, you might even be trying to win the game. Because black king cannot stop both pawns. Right? You've got two pawns and you can go hand in hand.
By black king, you mean white.
Oh, white king, sorry. So here you can just stay here and start pushing your
Sir, I
pawns.
have one doubt, sir.
Yes.
When the king went to b7,
Yeah.
it's still not winning for black, right?
Yeah. Oh, for black?
It's not winning for black.
For black,
It's
I don't
losing, it's still
think.
losing.
Black can try to win. I don't think it's absolutely
So then
winning.
you just move the rook
Where?
to e8.
Then we take the pawn.
Right.
What are you talking about? The whole point of staying here so that the rook doesn't move. Now the rook can't move. If the rook moves, pawn is gone, black's 2 pawns up. So black can try to win by pushing the pawns. But white king is there, so it's not going to be easy to win. So I don't think it's a win for black, but white can't win this because the rook is in front of the pawn. Yes, Ayub?
In this position, is pushing the A better than pushing the C pawn?
I would say a pawn is better because you. I don't see the difference really.
So it's
Maybe.
better to push to c5.
Why?
So because the king cannot really attack it. But if you move it,
Sir.
Even the a pawn he can't. He can't attack it, no? Anyway.
Yeah, the C pawn is better.
I'll just have some water in the cup.
Can you like go to the analysis and see which one is better? It's supposed to be used.
Right. So let's go to the last position before we start our game.
So can I go to the toilet?
Yeah, definitely. Who is whispering so hard that it's louder than talking?
That is louder than a dinosaur. People near me. What? Sir, they're doing loud whispering. It's more noisy than normal talking.
Okay. It is white to play and win. You have 1 minute to decide. Vihan is again not getting the first chance this time. He is exercising for no reason. You should do this in the morning, after waking up. Stretch your hands, legs. Okay, how many of you have decided? Only 2 people and Vihan. 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. Let's start with Viv.
Sir,
Yeah.
pawn to c5.
Okay, let's ask Vihan.
So pawn to c5, king goes to d5, and we take the pawn.
Okay. Rayansh.
So king to g4.
King to g4. Ashvik.
pawn a4.
Pawn a4. Ayun.
Pawn c5.
And Ahan. Decided?
So king g4.
Okay, and Praneeth.
Sir, he's dancing.
You should be thinking when others are also answering. You're like, what is he saying? What is he saying? What is he saying? You decide by that time.
So I already decided.
I'm asking
That's
Praneeth,
a
not
sign of
you.
relief, though.
Sir, he's
Not,
dancing.
I wasn't looking at them, but
You were thinking.
sometimes I have to move the body because I get stuck.
Uh-huh.
Also, I go with c5.
Okay, so most of you are saying pawn to c5, yeah? Some of you, Ahan and Ayun. Some of you are saying king g4. One of you saying pawn a4. The problem with king g4 is king e4. Time to resign.
Then design.
Because the pawn is going to promote.
What?
Okay, you don't have to resign. You also have a pawn. But it's at least going to be a draw. You
And
can't win.
sir-
You can't win after king g4 because king e4.
So you have to like
Same
design
distance.
now for it.
Yeah,
And
same
sir,
distance. So
There's still hope
Of-
if like
losing.
no some hope if black promotes the queen because they can because there's a chance of stalemate.
With so many pawns on the board.
Yeah.
How will stalemate happen with 3-4 pawns on the board? First, get rid of the pawns, then stalemate can happen. So this will be equal. Let's go back. So don't let the king come here because then the pawn can just run. Can you see properly with?
Yeah.
Now coming to pawn a4. Interesting choice. You're wasting a valuable move. Like you could have done something with that tempo, but you're saying.
No, sir, because
Hmm.
then if you take it, then it will be easier to move.
I come here, you take, I take, I am here, you are here. You will need to go like this here. I come, you go there, I take, you go here. It's too slow because you wasted one move. So instead of playing a4, the better thing to do is what most of you told C5. Make the king go there. So he comes here.
I take.
You will take.
That's kind
He
of-
will take.
But I thought it was wrong.
Is it too slow? We have one tempo
No,
extra.
black is little bit.
No, black. It's not too slow. By playing a4, you're making it easier for him. He doesn't have to come till here to take your pawn. He just have to come here, 2 moves. So you're wasting one of your moves and helping him by giving him one tempo. So you're wasting 2 moves with a4. Here the difference is now you play king up. He comes here, you go there. He comes here, you go here. He takes, you take. He moves the king. What do you do to win?
Oh.
Now things are tense.
So,
Vihan,
king takes king.
you calculated you're winning. Sure. Wait.
Sell pawn to h5.
Okay. Vihan, king takes pawn, I push.
I push.
I push.
I push.
I push.
I push.
I promote. Where is your calculation? That is called not calculating and playing just based on hope. So it just needs 3-4 moves of calculation, straight line, no branches, just a straight tree. You have to calculate like king takes, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push, promotes. Black wins because he's controlling the square. So just because of not calculating, instead of winning the game, you're losing the game.
So
That's a
why
problem.
always say he, so
Because he's the one who made the move.
what's
Silly questions can wait. Now coming to Ved, you're sure about h5? I take?
So
Huh?
even I am h5.
Okay.
It's the same shit. Push.
You push, I push.
Push.
Okay. When you play h5, I push.
I take.
I push.
I push.
I push.
I push. I
Okay.
push.
You promote. I also promote.
And
Is it a draw?
Queen h8.
Will I cheat?
Sir, it's,
Then he will start giving checks. He'll give
sir,
check
no,
here.
it's
No.
not a draw.
Why not?
Because sir, yeah, white has an extra pawn.
Yeah, so one second, let's see if it's actually close to a draw. Even though there's an extra pawn, if there's just an extra pawn, it won't be
So-
completely winning. So let's see that position. h5 is the only move that works. You can't play king take, that's too slow. Black wins. Now, if black takes, it's easy for us.
Yeah.
We're winning a move basically. So black has to push, right? Now, of course, you got to take. Now it's the same distance, yeah? Push, push.
Should he promote first?
Promotes, yeah, that doesn't win by itself, but because we have the extra pawn,
So they have like queens.
yeah, so it will be closer to a draw, but you can try to win this.
So what is
Because
the
the pawn is
evaluation
too-
when both of the queens come?
I am not a computer, how can I give you an evaluation?
I know, so.
So this looks winning. You can try for a win. Practically, this should be winning because you can bring your queen somewhere useful, start giving checks, start pushing the pawn. Because the pawn is so far advanced, it's closer to a win, I would say.
At least 1 point advantage. Like he's
Okay,
white is
fine.
better.
So now let us start our games.
Sir, can